occurring?
Yeah, so there was the original work where they combined Lord Chancellor's data, Ken Scher's data, Bob Zucker's data out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Tempe, respectively, where their goal was to deal with not only diff over time, but diff across development, where you're looking at people that have been measured at ages 8, 12, 18. So some items would come in and out, you know, and be more or less relevant in certain developmental stages. And diff across studies and all of those sorts of things. So they talked about the notion of cooking diff into the model for score generation, so that you're essentially separating out the measurement wheat from the true score chaff. Now, again, ETS, you know, in educational testing settings, I think there's enough literature there to say that that would work. But again, they have the luxury to talk about Roche models, and they can write as many, they got thousands of people writing items, and you got millions of people taking tests, to where they can say, okay, well, these items have this exact same slope parameters. So let's just put something together where we only need a 1PL model, or maybe a 1PL model with, you know, maybe fix the slopes and putting in, you know, a guessing parameter or whatever. But they, again, you said it, they have a luxury that we don't have. Alicia and I actually are working on it, you know, all of us are working. Alicia's leading a paper that shows exactly how to do that, particularly in context where we don't have symptoms that we can throw out to get at this. You know, looking at differences in scoring models across race, ethnicity, and where you're actually able to not only identify what the diff is in terms of which symptoms seem to function differently. That in and of itself is clinically interesting, because now you're saying, you know, assessors, you know, when they have have ethnic minority patients, they themselves may not see the symptoms in the same way. And so it manifests itself as diff in a measurement context, where certain symptoms may be less correlated to severity, and then that has implications for differences in severity scores, or differences in severity across race, ethnicity, even in the presence of having similar rates of diagnosis. So there are a couple different literatures that speak to that. I think the IDA literature hits directly at that. But I would also say that there's enough stuff in the educational testing, maybe not ETS specific papers, but you know, the group in Iowa, it's very big into this. Mike Cole and Robert Brennan's work, some of their students look at this stuff, you know, in limited fashions. But you know, how to generate, you know, identifying diff and how to generate the scores. People have given some thought to that. That literature sounds like it's both relevant to us and relevant to what you're looking at.
So I'm going to have to end this and thank you for your talk, and say that, you know, I think conversation can be continued.
Yeah.